Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Marcus and this is Saab Cars. I don't know if you remember, but 2 years ago I did a video on plastic versus leather and leather one, of course. And now it's time again for a new game or match. So, as you all know, the result will of course be 2-0 for the leather. So on the inner door panels on the TurboX, you have some kind of fake carbon plastic trim. It looks quite good, don't get me wrong, but I do want to upgrade those as well, because I did the glove box and I did the surrounding on the gearbox. So I'm going to put these on the front doors and on the rear doors. And as you can see here, it's kind of, you have those plastic cylinders here, and that's actually something that you melt. So with a heat gun and a screwdriver, once this is in place, you actually melt these to secure the position. But before we can do that, we need to remove the door panel. I know there are tons of videos, but we're going to go through that once again. So for removing the door panel, you need TurboX, some plastic tools to remove the door side, and it's always handy to have these yellow clips around. If they break, because they're attached to the door side and they go into the door. So, without further ado, let's get to work. So the first thing you have to do is to remove the door handle, of course, and behind that you have 2 screws. These are the Hirsch leather door handles, so I will try to be extra careful with these. You don't want to destroy the handle, crack the plastic or anything like that. So take it real easy with these plastic removal tools around the door handle, and I think you will be fine. After the handle is removed and the 2 screws are loosened, we will unclip the door from the door panel from the door, using tools like this, as you've seen before, I think. So let's start off by removing the door handle. As you can see now, it's loose down here, but we need to get it loose all the way up here. So this time it actually went very quick, and as you see here we have 2 screws. I think it's TurboX 30, so that's what I have prepared here. Let's see if that is true. Yes. So it's TurboX 30 in the handle. So I'm going to remove these screws. And I think they are loose now. It's just that I can't really get them out from the door handle. So just make sure you don't drop them under the car when removing the door panel. I know it sounds scary when those clips releases from the door, but don't be afraid and get some extra clips just in case. And then when the panel is loose, you need to get it up, and then you need to remove all the connectors that is behind. Also, the opening for the door needs to be removed. Can be a bit tricky sometimes. And here is the original plastic carbon trim piece that we're going to remove and replace with some leather. So let me just find the appropriate part. So we have two different parts for the front doors. So it looks like it's this one. So it's a bit different, as you can see here. It has a texture to it that feels really nice, and it's genuine leather. So let's turn this around and see what it looks like on the back. So, as you can see here, on the back it's already melted plastic. So this trim piece is held by these melted plastic rings. So we're going to remove these. So I need a 6mm drill. So I'm going to drill with that one a few millimeters in so I can get the trim removed. So let me just get a tool for that with a 6mm drill. As you can see on the new one, you have those plastic cylinders that we're going to melt. So it will be something like this. I'm not really sure how much I need to drill, but we need to drill until the trim piece is loose. I'll just show you guys what it looks like at the moment. So here we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different holes that I'm drilling in. So I think this will finally soon be loose. So I just need to drill a bit more. Here we have it. So it's finally loose, this trim piece. So as you can see, we kind of destroyed the back of it by drilling, but I think these can be glued on or using adhesive just to the door panel itself. So I think these are still very good and in fine shape, as you can see, for future use or something. So let's put that to the side and take a look at the new one. So here we have it, and we're going to see how this fits. I'm just going to clean up the holes a bit using one of these. And when we're done, we're going to clean this off, of course. There we go. I think it's good enough. I just need to clean this area off too, for just to be sure not to have any small plastic pots down here. Now let's see how this fits. I may need to actually make some of the holes a bit bigger, perhaps. Not sure yet. I don't think so. Or perhaps I need to just 0.5 millimeter or something on both sides. Some here on this side and some on the other side. So I think that's good enough. Let's just clean this off as well. And let's put this back in place again and see what happens. I think that's a better fit. So when this is in place, you can see here on the back, you have these plastic cylinders through the door panel, and we're going to melt these 5 and the security tab as well, because I think that's what they do. So we need to hold this in place firm and then heat up a screwdriver, for example, as I showed before, and you just hold this onto the plastic cylinder. I think we need to heat this up a bit more in order for these to actually melt. Now let's take a look and see what it looks like. So I think it's a tight fit here. May need to do one more round on melting the glue. Here it's tight, and then we have this tab here in place that we need to melt as well. So I will give these two here one more heat up. So I think that's good enough. It's in place there. Now let's melt that last tab. So here we have it, guys. Finally done. It takes some time heating up and melting this stuff using heat gun and screwdriver. Maybe there is a better way, but I took what I had, a screwdriver, heat gun, to put this in place. And I think it looks quite nice. And I will not make all 4 doors on the video here because there's no point actually, because the procedure is the same for all 4 doors. So I will do the rest of the doors off camera, and you will be able to see the end result at the end of the video. Finally, it's 204 leather. So now I have removed all the fake carbon plastic from the car and replaced it with some carbon leather. So the link where you can buy this, you will find that in the description section. And I'll leave you with a few shots of the new trim pieces in place. See you in the next one, guys, and take care.